last week, for the message last week that wasn't on, we found out, God, the prophet is bewailing the manifold sins of his people, and we come down that, and that's what 1 through 8 were, their sins, and prophet is moaning, bewailing. Anyway, he's crying out about the sins of the people, and of course God is telling him to cry out, and that's where we come down. Well, for verse 8 from last week, their tongue is an arrow shot out, and it speaketh deceit. It speaketh, one speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in heart he layeth his weight. Okay? And if you hate your brother, okay, you talk nice to your neighbor or something like that, but then curse him in private or whatever. That's the same kind of picture here.
That's where it comes from. He's talking out of two sides of his mouth.
Two sides of his mouth. Yep. Exactly.
That's every politician, right?
Yeah. When we come down to verse 9, and God is now asking a question here. Shall I not visit them for these things? Shall I not question them about it? Shall I not do something about it? Visit them? Yeah. It's old-time meaning of visit is to kind of, confront them, I think. Yeah. Shall I not confront them for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul, and God is talking about his soul, okay? Shall not God's soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Shouldn't I do? I should do something, and God is asking this question: shouldn't I do something? And and a lot of times, through the ages, parents have always had this, problem with their kids. Kids growing up doing something wrong, and that same kind of picture. Okay, kid is acting out. Kid is doing whatever. Kid is going out and committing crimes or doing drugs, and parent should be asking, should I not be doing something? I should be doing something. Should I not confront them for these things? Only trouble is a lot of parents these days, in the millennials and the X generations or whatever, the Z generation, XYZ. They're running out of generations there, Gen X, but they're running out of these, and now they're not doing anything. They're just out there allowing their kids to get away with murder, pretty much. And shall I not confront them for these things? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? So here's their judgments. For the mountains will I take up a weeping and a wailing, God says. He's going to mourn and weep and wail for his creation. Okay? For the mountains and for his creation and for the habitations of the wilderness, a lamentation. Okay? Crying and weeping, mourning, and God is asking these questions, and he's telling them, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to mourn my creation, because my people have, because of their actions, my people will be destroying my creation. Okay? for the habitations of the wilderness, a lamentation, because they are burned up. Remember, when Nebuchadnezzar comes in, he is going to cause all sorts of desolation in the land. He's going to ravage the land, and the land's going to be burned up. Jerusalem's going to be destroyed. The temple's going to be destroyed. Okay? The land of Judah is going to be destroyed, so that they are burned up, so that none can pass through them. Neither can men hear the voice of the cattle. Okay? How would you? How could you? Okay. How can you not hear the voice of the cattle? There are no cattle. They've all been destroyed. The Babylonian army comes in. They got to eat, so they're going to eat the children of Israel's cattle. If you don't have cows, if they've all been destroyed, they can't hear the cattle.
Kind of like the buffalo hunters did to the Indians.
Exactly. Come in. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Buffalo hunters come out and kill all the buffalo, and they couldn't hear their voice anymore, and pretty much wiped them out. Both the fowl of the heavens and the beast are fled. They are gone. They've been destroyed. They're fled. They're gone. And I will make Jerusalem heaps. Okay? God's asking, what should I do? Well, and of course, God's also asking, and the people are asking, oh God, why are you doing this to me? Well, gee whiz, because you're not worshiping the one true God, because you're worshiping idols, because you're worshiping Satan, okay? You're worshiping that big red dragon that stood before Mary in the nativity scene, the one missing animal in the nativity scene that we don't show, according to Revelation and to Paul's message last week. That was a great one. I liked that one. If you missed it, find it on YouTube, find it on the cable channel, and watch it. It's really good. Okay, explains a whole lot, a whole bunch of stuff missing, plus a big red dragon. Okay, but here I will make Jerusalem heaps and a den of dragons. Ooh, talk about dragons. And I will make the cities of Judah desolate. Remember, pretty much Israel was pretty much desolate. Nobody was there farming, and if there was somebody there farming, it was some single poor farmer out there trying to eke out enough food just to feed his family. Nothing for trading or commerce or anything like that. And make cities of Judah desolate without an inhabitant. If the walled cities, the wall's been knocked down, nobody's going to live there because there's no walls.